Hello guys, welcome back to Talkie Dokie, and today we have yet another audio equipment review, and this is really fun. My channel is being noticed by audio companies sending over IEMs, and now we have this product for review. So before we begin, as a disclaimer, this was sent over by Fosi Audio for an honest review. All thoughts and opinion are my own. Alright, so aside from being in love with mechanical keyboards as one of my passion and hobby, I really do love a good listening setup. I love audio. Even before my college days, I used to set up car audio systems. That kind of went away when life got busy, but starting last year, I was kind of getting back into the audio scene. And I really enjoyed reviewing the products from Kiwi Ears. They sent in several IEMs. And last November, I got my new car, and I kind of went all out in setting up the audio system of that car, and it was really worth it. It was a Mapletech carbon three-way system with a sub and a box. Boy oh boy, the sound stage, the vocals, the tonality of that setup, I'm really in love with it. I do stage and spend a lot of time inside the car listening to that audio setup, and it's really crazy. It's crazy good. So right here we have the Fosi Audio SK02. It's a desktop DAC amplifier, which is really nice, really compact and really nice. Before this product, I've been using the Hip DAC, the i5 Hip DAC, and just recently I purchased the i5 Zen Dac V2. That ZenDac V2 is well regarded as one of the very good DAC amplifiers that you can get nowadays at a reasonable price. Of course, if you have the pocket to go dig deeper, there's always a very good option out there. But the audio scene, like the mechanical keyboard, it's very easy to overspend and go deep into it. I think much more expensive than the mechanical keyboard hobby. Alright, so the Zen Dac V2 for me is perfect. A really nice audio quality. I love the tonality. I love how warm it is. I love the bass boost function of that DAC, and I love how clear everything is. The soundstage, really amazing. And why am I telling you this? It's not a review of Zen Dac, alright? I'm telling you this because this little guy over here, it impressed me. It impressed me a lot. Alright? So this is my first time to get a hand on Fosi Audio. I did some research, and they've had a lot of products. Their target is more on the budget side of things, the more on the people going into the audio scene without digging too deep, without spending too much. And it's perfect that they tapped me over for a review, because as a consumer, I think I fall into that category. I enjoy a very good music, I enjoy a very good keyboard, but brand is not particular for me. I love the performance of the things that I buy. I don't look too much into the brand and into the aesthetics, and I think this product is what I am looking for. All right. So, again, when I do my review, less on the technicalities, more on my experience, right? So, you can check out their page on fosiaudio.com to get the full specs of this DAC amp. So, this is the Fosi Audio SK02 desktop DAC and headphone amplifier. So, it's both a DAC, digital to analog converter, and a headphone amplifier at the same time, much like the Hip DAC and the Zen DAC. And this thing is very good. I really enjoyed using it, and what I love about it is it's very straightforward, it's very simple to use, and yet if you want to go into a deeper setup, it offers you those possibilities as well. It's so simple that it comes with a very simple box. So this is what you get when you order this. It's the Fosi Audio, and it says here hi-fi made fun. We'll go back to that at the end of the review. And inside it is just simply the manual, the DAC, and a connector, a USB-C to USB-C connector with a dongle for USB-A connection. And this thing is simply plug and play. Just connect it to the USB-C input, all right? And it automatically turns on when I connect it to my Mac. And it has several ports that you can use. So it has a 3.5 millimeter input. It also have output, and it also has a balance output as well. And at the back, it does even give you an option for an optical input and an 3.5 millimeter optical output. So this thing, if you have a more complicated setup, for those enthusiasts out there, for those experts out there who probably might not be looking at this product and this price point, but if you do want the flexibility to connect this to another DAC or to another amp, then you do have that flexibility. All right, it's made of aluminum, though it's kind of hollow sounding when I do this, but as it is, it looks really nice. It looks really clean, nothing too flashy. You have a very big knob, which I do appreciate, because this knob is a rotary knob. It's an infinite rotary knob, which is used to control your audio volume, and it can also be used to pause, play, and turn off the device. That is a good feature, because unlike my hip DAC and my Zen DAC, I can only control the volume. This one is very useful for that quick pause and quick play if I do need to. Okay, let's go to the sound of this thing, okay? Because when I browse the website, I can see there the features, okay? It says here that it has a premium ES903 8Q2M DAC. It supports PCM and DSD. It's good. DSD are those higher file format, which gives you better quality and better audio. But truth be told, all right, to be honest, I am not deep enough into this audio scene to be able to tell you if these specs on paper translate to how this thing performs. All right, because really, when I buy products like this, I want it to sound good. Very subjective for my ears to sound good. But what I can give you for this review is to compare it with the Zen Dac, because it's really a good product. It's a good enough to be compared to the Zen Dac. All right, so let's go. Sound signature. This thing amazes me. It sounds very similarly to the hip DAC and to the Zen DAC. The tuning of the Fosi Audio SK02 is more on the warm side, which I really love. I've been using this to listen for hours, and my ears don't get tired listening to it in all of the equipments that I tried using it to. So long listening hours with the Edifier S2000 Pro, with the Philips SHP 9500 headphones, and with the Kiwi Ears Dulcet. It gave a very joyful listening experience. All right, very warm sounding. The highs are very well controlled. There's a bit of sibilance on very rare occasions, but even with soundtracks with higher sound frequencies, that sibilance is something that is very tolerable, right? The bass is really good, well controlled, doesn't get muddy on all the platforms that I've used it. And what amazes me most with this product is that the details that comes out from this DAC amp is really clear and really crisp. All right, I mentioned that it has a very similar sound signature and tuning from the Zen Dac V2, and at times I've tried listening back and forth from my Zen Dac and the Fosi Audio SK02, and there are a lot of times that I couldn't even tell the difference from the soundtracks that I've been listening to. But one thing that I can tell you is that at almost 80% to 90% of the time that I compared it with the same track, this and the Zen Dac V2, the detail, the clarity for the SK02 Fosi Audio is hands down better compared to the Zen Dac V2. And don't get me wrong, the Zen Dac V2 has a good clarity, it has a good detail, it has a good soundstage. I just do believe that with the Fosi Audio SK02, it's a tad bit better. Alright, the Zen Dac is more balanced. I have tried lending the SK02 to some friends who are into the audio scene as well, and compared it with the Zen Dac. I lend them the Zen Dac V2. Some of them loved the Zen Dac V2 more. Some of them loved the Fosi audio more. And their comments, and I agree, is that the ZenDac V2 is more balanced, more of like a studio monitor, so it's a balanced tuning. The Fosi audio, on the other hand, has a more lively tuning, so it's tuned to be more lively, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the livelier tuning. I enjoy the details and the clarity, the voice and the soundstage popping in front of me when I listen to it. That I enjoy it about SK02. All right, so been using this for 2 weeks right now, and I can tell you it's really nice. All right, conclusion: the Fosi Audio SK02. It's priced. It's going to be released at the price of $99.99, so $100. So that's about 40% cheaper, almost half the price of a ZenDac V2. And if you join the early bird campaign, there's a 20% off in Fosi Audio's website right now. This thing blew me away. All right, going back to the box, it's hi-fi made fun. So yes, hi-fi made fun because it really gave me the hi-fi listening experience. And dare I say, my audio equipment sounded better when I used this as compared to the ZenDac V2. Much closer to what I experienced in my very expensive audio setup. And the tonality, the tuning is lively on the warm side, lively but warm, very little sibilance, okay? And I love it. I simply love it. Straight to the point. Plug it, play it, all right? Compact, looks nice, very minimalistic, which I love. And yet, if I do want to have a balanced connection, if I do have an optical connection, it also gives me those options. And we haven't even gone to the modes and the display and everything. Not really important for me. These are just gimmicks here, showing you what's on and what's off. So yeah, nice to have, but as it is. Thumbs up to Fosi Audio for producing this SK02 desktop DAC amp at 20% off, so that's $80. I think this would be one of the best value DAC amp that you could ever use or purchase at this point in time. Has enough power to drive demanding headphones, has good audio tuning, staging is awesome, clarity and details top notch. Will I be replacing my ZenDac V2 over the Fosi Audio SK02? And to be honest, ever since this arrived, I've been using it more than the ZenDac V2. All right, I'm still keeping the ZenDac V2 and trying it out, okay? But if I were to choose to keep only one right now with my listening preference, probably would be keeping the Fosi Audio SK02. I love the sound signature better than the ZenDac V2. Again, this is just a preference, all right? So I hope you find this useful, and I hope you check out the Fosi Audio SK02, a good product from Fosi Audio, and I hope to see you in the next video.